in the crossfire. It's caught in the crossfire.
Hi everybody, this is Mrs. Mel W37 and today I'm bringing you part 2 of my Lightworks tutorial. Please watch that one first and before you watch this one, because I'm going to be going into a little bit more depth on how to edit a video with Lightworks, which is a free video editing software that you can download. And my part 1 video kind of shows you a little bit on how to download it and how to start using it. And I also have another video on how to download it too, if you want to watch that one before you download it. Anyway, let's get started. So we are going to be clicking on this little button right here, which is the import clips button or edits from files. And it's going to bring up right here, it says it's my final edit videos. So let's go back into my videos and go into raw videos and see what there is. So I have a bunch of videos that I'm going to make about my Realm server. Then I'm going to put together like a really nice video about it. So with that in mind, we'll use those and let's create a new edit. Bring that up here, and I'm going fast because I explained how to do all this in my previous video. So like I said, if you haven't seen that one, you need to go watch it so you're not lost during this part. Anyway, I'm going to get into how to rearrange pieces of videos. So I'm going to upload this video. It takes a second to import it. Alright, we've got this one imported, and then I'm going to import another video, which is this one. And that one's fast. I'm going to import a third video. So I did Realms 3 and Realms. I'm going to do Realms 2 because I haven't done that one yet. So there's 4 videos that I'm going to be doing. And we're going to piece those together and I'll show you how to move them around and stuff. Alright. That one's finally done. And now there is one more Realms. So let's see which one I'm going to use here. Let's play it and give it a see here. No, this is just part of the one that I made, I believe. Yeah. So this is just some stuff on my server. You see you pan in and you see Granny's house and all that stuff. So I did make a previous video about that, but we're going to use this one. So let's pull this one into the imports. And then let's put another video in here. What's this one? Oh, interesting. Yeah, it's funny I record these, but sometimes I don't remember what I'm doing. Oh, this is some of the mobs that I wanted to capture. Look at this guy. He's crazy. Anyway, let's go ahead and import this one. So, or insert. So once you take one of these and drag and drop them into here, then you've got this main video. But if you want to add more videos, you just double click on that little picture in this little bin right here. This is actually kind of like, I think they call it a bin, and it's got all your imports in it. So I just clicked on this one and this came up, and now if I want to insert this, I just click insert, and then it shows up in a different color so you know it's a different video. Now in order to remove it, like say you did this and you want to undo it, you see these little arrows? This is an undo. This is like a redo, and this is an undo. Click that to undo it if you want. If say you messed up and you want to go back. So you can also insert pieces of this video. You don't have to insert the whole thing. You could go say to, let's go to where this guy is over here. Alright, Granny. I was with Granny that day. Let's go to let's say this guy. Okay, I want to get a video of this guy. Right? I want to get this video. But I don't want the whole entire video. I just want the video of this guy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop it there. I'm going to press N. And then I'm going to drag this red one where I want the clip to end. So the blue's where it's going to start, where I push the button in. That's the blue one. It's going to start there. And then I drag the red one. And I don't know what you call these things. And little, I don't know. I want it to go to here. Okay, and so then when you press insert, it'll only insert this section. So here we go, insert. So it inserted this tiny little section. So you can always do that when you're doing videos instead of inserting the whole thing. Now, when you're done with this section and you want to move on to a different section, clear to get rid of that blue indicator. I don't know what the heck they're called. And then let's move to a different mob. I know there's another one. Here it is. This electrified creeper. That's crazy. So I'm gonna start it here. So I'm gonna press, see this where this red one is? Well, we're gonna put in and it's gonna make a blue one there. And then we need to pull this. So basically I'm like holding down left click and I'm pulling it this direction. You can kind of see, yeah. And I want it to end here. All right, so you can see that you got this spot. You can also press play.
That was bad.
You're being popped left and right, Granny.
Oh, my armor, I'm gonna lose it.
All right, let's see.
I still got it.
What other mobs are hurt? So then you could stop it where you want it and do insert. And then I've inserted another part of this clip. And then when I'm done with this and I don't want to insert anymore, I just X out of this box. Okay? The edit's always going to be red. The inserts are always going to be blue. So now let's open this one and see what this is. Alright, this is just me being silly. This is like the end. This is supposed to be the end of the video. So we don't need this one yet, but let's say we accidentally insert the whole end already, but we don't want it there. So let me add this one. And I'll show you how to move them around. Now moving them around is a little tricky. Okay, I don't know what this purpose of this was, but I don't know, it's kind of cool, so we'll just insert this. Alright, so this one's kind of a bummer because it's almost the same color as the end piece, but anyway, that happens sometimes. So now you see we've got this little clip right here. What we're gonna do is, because we want this piece right here, and you can see me moving it, you see that? I can click and drag it. So you're gonna left click on your mouse and you can drag it. See? But you gotta be careful of this. I don't like this little red thing. It drives me nuts. You gotta get that out of the way. You gotta point to the middle, and you see where it's so hard to see. There's little 2 arrows. Okay, so now there's not 2 arrows. There's like a white thing. Now there's 2 arrows. See those black arrows? They're really tiny. When it shows those black arrows, you can click, drag, pull it to the end. Get this red thing out of the way because it's annoying. Do it again. Arrows, click, drag. Now I'm pulling it out further so you can see. So basically you could see it. Now you're going to click and see, you can move that too. You got to be careful of that. You got to make sure you're in the right spot. Get in the middle, see the 2 arrows, click and drag. And it gets really hard to do. You want to avoid doing it for those small ones because let me tell you, it's hard to move. So now I've moved what I want, what little clip of the video that I want at the end. I've moved it to the end. Now you want to take this big piece and you don't, because what's going to happen now is you got a big old gap of like black space, which that's not good. You see that? It's black. So you're going to need to wait till you get those arrows, hold down on the button, the mouse button, and pull it over. Hold down on this mouse button, pull it over, hold down on this mouse button, pull it over. And then move this out of the way. This always goes back to wherever it's connecting, and it's kind of annoying. So now you want to connect the back one, and you got to be careful of this. If you have that problem, then you need to undo. Okay, see, we have a situation here. If you click on this while it's got that white bar up, this is what it does. It pulls the video, and this is bad because it's like moving the time in the video and stretching it in some weird way. So I know there's a purpose for that too, but I don't know what it is, and I don't use it. So then you got to undo, move this guy out of the way, get in the right position where it's 2 black arrows. You got to left click your mouse, hold down, and pull it over so that it matches up with that one. Do the same thing with this. Yes, it's a pain, I know. There might be an easier way, but I'm not a professional, so I don't know it. So this is what I usually do. Usually this can be avoided by just inserting the video that you want first, so you don't have to switch around videos. So there's that. There you go. And now we're going to get rid of all this black stuff that's like just blank, empty, nothing, and we want to get rid of that. So click in, have those blue dots come up. Click this, which means it takes you to the end of the cut, which is at the end, and then you want to delete to get rid of that. So now we have a video, and we have 3 videos connected together, or 3 clips. Okay, so now I'm going to show you how to add in a title. There's different titles you can do. There's a lot of different titles you can do. Let's go to the beginning. Alright, so we'll start at the beginning of the video. I like to usually insert my intro, which you can do also, so I can show you. If you've got all these videos put together and you want to insert another video, all you do is just go to the cut area that you want to insert a video. I would recommend clicking on this button that takes you to the end of a cut. That way you're at the end of a cut, and then hit and click on one of these, open them up, one of these imports, open them up, hit insert, and then you can insert a video clip in between these 2 clips. But now I'm going to show you how to do the title. So we want to go to the effects button. Look at all this fun stuff. You've got a title that crawls from right to left, a title that creates text which rolls up on the screen. It can also create one that goes down. And then this one is just a straight up title. It doesn't move and it can fade in and out. So let's just do that one. So this title always says Lightworks at the beginning, and here is, let me bring this up. If I could grab it, there we go. This little guy is your effects window. It has all your settings for the effects. Now what we're gonna do is, you see this how it says titles? Well, these go in and out like this. When you click on this, it opens them up essentially. So we're gonna change this to Lightworks we're just gonna put realms. Oops. There we go. Just as an example. All this stuff is just an example. You can change, if you scroll down, you see that? You could change the typeface. So you can make it bold with this little check. You see that? The realms is changing to bold. You can make it italic, like that. You can change the type of font. We'll make this font, I don't know, what shall we make it? Let's make it some kind of script. That looks cool. We could change the size, and you can see this says script right there. We could change the size a little bigger. We can make it transparent. We can make it opaque with this button right here. Then you've got the face. Well, you could change the color. Just click on this white square. Look at that. We can make it any color we want. It's so cool. Ooh, that looks cool. I kind of like that one. You can add another color, color number 2, by doing a vertical gradient. Let's give this one a gradient like this. There we go. And there you have it. Sheen, I guess. I don't quite get sheen, but it's cool. Oh, I don't know. It like did something different to it. It made it more bright. So you got position. You could put this all over wherever you want on your screen. This is the x-axis, and it's, you know, left to right, right to left. Okay. The middle's where the dot is. Then you've got the y-axis, and that's up and down. So I could put this here if I wanted to, and it would look really cool. And we'll do that. Leading, I'm not quite sure what that is. I haven't used that yet. And then the anchor point, I haven't used that stuff yet. Now you can add a shadow and you can offset the shadow. So this is like the X and Y offset. You see it? You see it on there? So I can add a little shadow. That's kind of cool too. Or I could do a shadow up and down. But I actually like the shadow to the right. I think that looks pretty cool. I can make the shadow softer or more defined, however I want it. And then you've got outline. And this is the cool part. This is effects. We can make it so that there's a fade effect. And it'll fade in 0.25 seconds. So we can add fade, 0.25 seconds. And it'll actually fade in. Did you see that? It's a fast fade. I can make it, let me make it a little slower so you guys could see it. 75 seconds. Or 0.75 seconds. See? And then it faded in. And that looks good. So there you have that. There's also, instead of fade, you could do the typewriter. Let's try that out. I haven't used this one. Let's see. Oh, and it just types it out, basically. So that's the typewriter one. I prefer the fade. The fade is my favorite. And let's see it again. Yeah, that's nice. So that's how you do a title. I could show you how to do one that crawls as an example. So let's to get rid of them, you just click on these X's right here, remove effect component. All right, so let's start that again. So I want to have it say Mrs. Mel right when the realms comes in. Okay, see how it just came in? So I'm gonna do in to mark where I want the effect to start, and then I'm gonna do the red line where I want it to end. So then I'll go to effects, I'll go to crawl, double click on it, it'll bring this up. I want to change Lightworks to Mrs. Mel W37. I want to change the color to what I had before. I really liked this combination of colors, it's really pretty. And then to sheen on position, it stays where it is. We want to change the font. I want the size to be bigger. So we're going to increase the font. Shadow, yes, a little bit. Outline is fine. Effects. We can have it fade. But because it's crawling in, we probably don't need to do that. But it has the same like fade and typewriter as the other one. So now let's see if it does that crawl for us. Let's play. Here it comes, and now it's faster. And you know why it's faster? Because I highlighted a smaller section. Yeah, so that's how it works. So it started where the N was, and it stopped where I had the red line. And so you see this little this is not that little actually, it's like a big green section. That's the effect right there. And it's showing it to you, and it put it into another track for you also. So you can see it's crawling. It's crawling away. So that's how you do titles. Basically for all these effects, you just need to go in here. I mean, there's a ton of them. You've got DVE presets. Now these are really cool. Double click on these and you can pull your video into your video, like see it how it pulled itself into itself again, and you could change the position. So yeah, so you could start playing. You just need to play around with these, and they're like really cool, and a lot of stuff could be done with these effects. I can make it really small, I can make it really big. So basically it's my video inside of itself. And then to get rid of it, of course, you just X out. And there you go. And then there's other types of effects too. Here you've got lower thirds, which is another one that I really like. This is good. And this looks very professional, I have to say. So I like to do this one. It's called Fade Strap Right Text, and it gives it like, you know how you see on TV those professional things and they flash at the bottom and it shows like the place and then like a person on the bottom. It's like, it's just super professional. You can do this also in Lightworks, and you can change the color of all this too. So you could change the person, place, or name. Let's just say Realms. And then you could like do all the same stuff that you could do with the title. You can make it bold and italic. You could change, you know, make it transparent or opaque. You could change the size. You could make it a little bigger. You could change the colors, you know, the vertical gradients. It's just really cool. We'll just do the same thing. The sheen on here. You could change the position, which is really helpful on this, because you kind of want to center it where you want it on the little strip. Yeah, just like that. And you could do a shadow, but we don't really need that. And then the effects. So this is effects 1, this is effects 2. And this is video 1. So this is video 1 right here. This is effects 2. Is the Mrs. Mel W that's down here. You can't hardly see it, that's leaving. And this is effects 1, but this one has a second part. It has this. So what you got to do is scroll down. And here's the subheading. So you've got the heading, and then you've got the subheading, which is this down here. So I'm going to put Mrs. Mel W 37. And you could change all of that also. It's so customizable. I'm going to make this smaller, and I'm going to keep the face the way that it is, the color that it is, and I'm going to move it to right under Realms. And so then once you get past subheading, which has all the same stuff as the other heading, then you get to the shape fill. Okay, because you've got the subheading stuff, and then down here is shape fill. Shape fill are the colors of this bar. So you can make this whatever color you want. Ooh, that looks cool. Let's do this. And then we could do top right. Sometimes I cannot get it to work. Now, yeah, you gotta click these little things on to get it to work. Bottom left. So anyway, you get the point. And bound. So you can move this guy. I like to move them all the way to the edge of the screen. And then the bottom, you can make it bigger, longer, shorter. I like this to go all the way to the bottom of the screen too, or you could do it like that. The right side, all the way to the edge of the screen, and the top. So there's a lot of ways to customize this. It's pretty cool. So anyway, that's how you do that one. Just play with all these, like I said. You'll figure it out. I don't use a lot of this, so I don't know. Like, there's different masks. These are weird. I could just put color bars. I don't know why you'd want to do that. Oh, that's like so bright. I don't know, so we'll click out of that. A lot of these things. Simple 2D shape. I don't know why you'd want to use it, but there's reasons, I'm sure. Yeah. And then you could crop your video if you don't want it to be, hey, look at that. You don't want it to be, you know, as big, or you could kind of like zoom in. So here's the scale. Oh, you could stretch it like so. You can stretch it that direction instead. It kind of skews everything, so I don't recommend it, but it's possible. You could crop your video. Like, oh, yeah, like, let's just crop it. I want it cropped here, and I want the top cropped there, and I can't see this bottom part. I want it cropped here, and the bottom. See, you could just crop stuff like that. I like the scale one, but like I said, it gets a little tricky. And the position, you gotta be careful. You could stretch things all out of proportion. Bottom fade. Oh, look at this one. This is an interesting one. It just makes it darker around the outside. And you can change the color to whatever you want. Huh. Sometimes you gotta tweak it with these, yep. You gotta tweak it with these. Yeah, just like that. So just play around with it. And to get out of all these, you just do this. Oops, not that. You just do this. You can fill in the shape. Or you can see, and the green light means that it's working. So there's that too. You could take it off, put it back on. So just little things that if you play with it, you'll figure it out. Let me show you this. I don't know if I showed this to you in the last video, but you can also change the speeds of your video by make sure you go to a cut, or you could cut into your video that doesn't have any cuts. And what I mean by cuts are these little, if you hadn't noticed, are these little ends of the clips and then the beginnings of the other clip. So to make a cut, you just hit C, makes a cut. Use this button to get to the cut. And this is your speed of your video. I preset, like, well, there's ones that are preset, and then there's ones that I do most commonly, and I use 300% speed up. Basically, it speeds up 300%. So just click on that, and when you play your video, it's going to go fast. It's really simple to speed up your video. But the thing about speeding up your video is, if you do that, there's gonna get, yeah, see this? See this blank spot? Yeah, that's what happens when you speed up a video. So what you're gonna have to do is you're gonna have to figure out, you need to find this blank spot and cut it out. So what you're gonna do is just play the video till you get to the blank spot, and then you're gonna cut it out. It's that simple. So we'll do that right now. So you got your hand or your mouse over the button to stop it. That's where it's blank. You hit that stop button. Then you take this arrow and you gently scroll frame by frame to see where your video ended, because that's where you want to cut it, basically, because you're going to cut it all out. Okay, because you don't want like, oh, and there you go. So let me go forward 2 screens. Nope, back a screen, do the end button, go to the end of this cut and delete, and it'll actually delete that spot that's blank. So that's how you get rid of a blank spot when you're speeding up a video. And it's only going to be sped up where you did the cut and started it at 300. And you can see here when I play it, it's at 100%. And then once it hits the cut and passes the cut onto the next video or the next clip, it'll go to 300%. So let's watch here and you'll see. And there it goes. And now it's going to start going a lot faster, and it will have that blank area that you'll need to cut out if you speed it up. Because what's happening when you speed the video up is you're compressing the video. You're compressing the video into a shorter amount of time, which smashes it and creates that blank space. And that's the only way I know how to explain it. But anyway, just make sure you look out for those blank spots when you're editing your video. And anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope it gave you some really good information. And plus, when you speed up your video, don't let me forget, when you speed up your video, it's a good thing to mute your sound, because the sound is like, it's really sped up and you sound like a little chipmunk. Unless you like it. I mean, some people like to sound like chipmunk. That's cool. If it's part of your video, then that's cool. If that's what you prefer. But yeah, you can mute it and then you can speed it up. And I usually mute it and insert a song. And that's it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys have any other questions, just let me know, and I will insert them or answer them in another part 3 of Lightworks, because I can keep doing these. I know there's more stuff. I don't know everything. I'm not a professional editor. But I do know little things, and the little things that I do know I could show you, so at least that way you can edit your videos somewhat. And then the more you play around with it, the better you get. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this, and we'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye.